Well, hello fellow champions, it's me, Johnny, the champion within, coming to you today with a good update. Back to my first day at work here at Lowe's. Got orientation today, only a 4-hour orientation. Then when I finish here, I'm gonna go and hopefully do some sprints if the weather will hold out. But I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, thanks for following my journey, getting things back on track. Gonna get this AFib gone and gonna get back to my optimal health. Let's do it. So today is Wednesday, working today all day. I'm on my lunch break right now. I didn't make anything and bring it with me for lunch today, my bad. I've been real busy trying to get my taxes ready. But I'm here at Wendy's and let me show you what I'm gonna order. This is how I do it. I know some Wendy's will sell you the burger patty separate, but this Wendy's isn't that sophisticated. So I'll show you what I'm gonna order. Just check me out when I pull to the drive-thru. I'll show you what we do here. Okay.
Thank you for calling. May I take your order?
Can I get a triple baconator, plain, just a sandwich?
You want it plain? Anything else for you?
Can I get a cup of ice water?
What size?
Medium.
Okay, $8.50.
I wanted a triple baconator.
Triple baconator?
Yeah, plain.
Plain as well.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
That'll be. I don't want the double. I just want one triple
You
baconator.
just want one triple and not the double.
Right, one triple baconator, plain.
Okay, I got you. Anything else?
That'll be all.
$8.39.
Okay, thanks. See, not that sophisticated. They would never figure out the patties only. So I'm just gonna get the triple baconator, throw the bun away, eat the patty, the cheese, and the bacon. And that's how I do it here at Wendy's. Hopefully tomorrow, or maybe the next day, I can bring something from home to eat, like make a big roast and then bring a big hunk of roast every day to eat on my lunch hour. Because I'm gonna leave here and go to the park and walk a couple laps around the park while I'm on my lunch hour, if I have time. Let's see. Well, I made it over here to the park. Not gonna have time to do much walking though, because when I pulled around to the drive to pay for my triple baconator and a cup of water, all heck broke loose. They didn't know what to do. So they had to remake my order, charge me the wrong thing, credit my credit card back. It was just a whole mess. So I did make it to the park. I'm gonna sit down here at one of the picnic tables and enjoy my burger patties, bacon. There's cheese on the burger patties. Sometimes I get it without cheese, sometimes with. Dairy is not a problem for me normally. So let's check out these burger patties. Let's do this. Some of the cheese is gonna come off of that. That's okay. We're gonna get rid of the bread. Ooh, gotta save the bacon, save the bacon. Anyway, guys, you get the idea. Throw the bun in the receptacle there. That's recycling, that's bottles, but there's a trash can around here somewhere. Anyway, just gonna eat the patties and the bacon, throw the bun away, drink my water, and head back to work. Anyway, guys, I'll check in again in a bit. Burger patty with cheese. And I'm baking off that one already. Carnivore, baby. Yeah. And there's what's left over. That's the bun. Mash it all up. All right, y'all. It's Thursday morning, about 9:25. I got to hustle because I got to be at work at 11. So just a short video to answer a somewhat controversial subject. I've noticed in my comments from my video that went viral, Carnivore Has Stroke, a lot of folks in there are questioning my vaccine status. Did I get the jab? And I'm going to address those concerns right now. But first, let me say, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I work at Lowe's. Take that for what it's worth. So prior to the pandemic coming out, I was, as you guys know, extremely unhealthy, morbidly obese, uh, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and AFib. Uh, Very sedentary lifestyle. My diet consisted of seed oils and sugar almost exclusively because I ate packaged crap all day, every day, and was probably as metabolically unhealthy as you could be. So when the situation happened with 2019, 2020, and they were encouraging everybody to get the jab, especially if you had underlying conditions or pre-existing conditions, and you were the most vulnerable. I had several family members that ended up in the hospital, in ICU, on ventilators. All right. And it was a scary time. I knew that I was an extremely unhealthy middle-aged man. And I worked in, you guys may or may not know this, but I worked as a paramedic for over 20 years. So I worked in healthcare. And when you work in healthcare, you have to get every vaccine that comes around. It's automatic or you don't work. It's not just the one that we had, 3 years ago. Because you're exposed to patients, especially if you have a lot of people coming from other countries into our country that may not have any vaccines, that may bring pathogens with them that are maybe not that familiar to our territory. So you just get every vaccine, and then every so often they check your levels. They call it drawing a titer, and they check your levels. And if your levels have dropped below a certain amount, your antibodies have dropped below a certain amount, you get the vaccine again for all kinds of different things, hepatitis, all that stuff. So I was not unfamiliar with having basically mandatory vaccines, and I didn't mind it because it was trying to keep me safe. Now, which jab did I get? I got the Johnson & Johnson because it was supposed to be one and done, right? The mRNA vaccines were the Pfizer and the Moderna. And I was a little bit weary of that because it seemed like that hadn't really been tested on humans anywhere ever in history. So the Johnson & Johnson, which they eventually kind of tried to do away with because it was not the mRNA vaccine, was one I chose. And it was hard to find it. I had to go all the way to 2 counties over to find a place that still did it once I decided to get vaccinated. Now, here's the rub. I had never had the C19 until after I got vaccinated. And I did have the original shot, and then I went back 90 days later and I got 1 booster. Okay, so I had 2. Keep in mind, all the problems I was experiencing prior to the jab could have led to a stroke, a heart attack, sudden death. I mean, how many middle-aged, overweight men do you know in their 50s with a very sedentary lifestyle, diabetic, heart trouble, high blood pressure, die suddenly? It's a lot of them, right? So I don't think that, in my opinion, that having the jab materially affected me. Maybe it did. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Who knows? I know it's very odd that a whole bunch of healthy younger people are dying suddenly, but I was not a healthy young person. I was an extremely unhealthy, morbidly obese, very, very sick middle-aged man who basically would walk from the couch to the refrigerator and back. That was the extent of my exercise. So keep that in context, right? I don't know. Did the jab have anything to do with what happened to me last month? I don't think it did, but I don't know. We'll never know. And it's kind of a moot point anyway, because I've already had the jab. I can't undo the jab. If you didn't get the jab and you feel good about it, good on you. I made a decision at that time based on my state of health, what I felt like was best for me and for my family. Hindsight's a perfect 2020 for all of us. We can all look backwards in time and say, gosh, I should have done this or I should have done that. But given the information that we were being fed in every outlet that exists, I felt like that my best shot at getting through that was to get the jab. Keep in mind, I had one family member die. My wife had some friends that died. We had a lady at our church that got COVID and died. This was not like a completely made up thing. People were dying from it. And I was doing my best not to die. Hindsight being a perfect 2020, if I were in the shape I'm in now, I've lost weight, A1C's down, blood pressure's down, I feel amazing. I'm very, very active. You can see here that at work yesterday, my first full day working on the floor, I did over 15,000 steps. And I was on a computer for an hour and a half sitting down. So if I'd have worked on the floor the whole 11 hours or 10 hours, I think I could have had 18,000, 19,000 steps. So a very different person today than the day I went and got the jab. Today, in today's world, I might I might not do it. But at the time, I was trying my best not to end up in the hospital on a ventilator and die. I've transported many, many folks on a ventilator. I've intubated hundreds of people in my career as a paramedic. It's no fun. I didn't want to end up like that. So that's why I took the jab, the one that I got, the reason why I got the one that I got. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe it, the material in me having the problems that I had last month. I think it was the very, very poor choice of diet, the weakness, the hiding, eating crazy crap, in unbelievable quantities consistently after having been clean for so long. I think when a lot of people who are addicted to drugs, they get clean, they go for a while, and then they relapse. It seems like when they relapse, they go overboard, and that's when people die from accidental drug overdoses. I think I almost died from an accidental donut overdose. My thoughts. What are yours? Comment below if you agree with what I'm saying. If you disagree with me, I can take it either way. I got some pretty thick skin. Remember, I was a paramedic for over 20 years. Anyway, guys, I got to get ready, get me something to eat, and go to work. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Thursday's video is going to be a lot of working out. I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If the weather holds out, I'm going to the park, and I'm going to do all kinds of crazy workouts, and I'm going to share it with each one of you guys. Let's remember, carnivore, baby. Yeah.